ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो माम् उपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो माम् उपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् ज्ञानमेव भगवत् विषयम् यज्ञः Bhagavad Vishayam Jnana. Here, Jnana Yajna is not mere scholarly study. ज्ञान यज्ञ स्वरूप में यज्ञ का मतलब क्या है? Sacrifice. Any sacrifice is what is known as jnana, yajna, in which you offer into the fire. In the typical ritual situation or scenario, you offer the ingredients into the fire, and after having offered, nothing comes out. Meaning it's burnt. Meaning you lose your ownership. That is real yajna. In propitiating the particular form of God, I offer something, and having offered, there is no return from that fire. So that offering is done in the form of sacrifice. I give up. Jnana bhi yajna hai. Jnana agni dakta karmani. Basma sat kurde Arjuna. In that jnana, as a agni, you offer your ego, ignorance, pride, everything. So here, jnana yajnena, by the sacrifice through knowledge, anye yajantaha, those people who are others, other than those who are earlier mentioned as bhaktaha, with knowledge. Now, what is the then difference between a bhakta who is worshipping the Lord and a jnani worshipping the Lord? Essentially, worship is the same. As Gurudev would say, the altar or the main thing is same. Which road you take, it differs. According to the road in which you go, the path is determined, but the result is the same. The final end is the same. While a devotee uses the mind, thoughts, emotions, feelings, affinity, affection towards the Lord, which is natural to most people. Is it not? With your own children, with your own, kith and kin, there is an easy expression of love. But this kind of love which we have with people or objects or persons or beings, most of the time it is reciprocal. Right? I love because that person is important to me for adding happiness to my life. If the same person turns out to be somebody whom, who's not doing the right thing and who is actually causing more pain to me, my love accordingly will decrease. So, most of the human love is reciprocal. I love because, that's what Gurudev used to say, you love because, but you become devotee in spite of. True love is in spite of, not because of. A true love need not put any conditions. A devotee devotes himself to the Lord because he is feeling so grateful for what he has already received. You have given me everything, this human body, the whole life itself, the Manushya Janma itself, everything unasked you have already provided. How can I not be grateful to you? So that feeling of gratitude is what makes a bhakta think about the Lord. How can I live without The constant presence of the Lord who has been taking care of everything that I need, even though I really did not demand it. The air is His, the water is His, the fire is His, the sun is His, moon is His, the vegetation is His, the body is His. What you can claim as yours. So with that understanding, one who is feeling grateful to the Lord. On the other hand, a jnani recognizes, I am the self, meaning the self in me, the Paramatma in me, in Paramatma in everyone, is one form of the one God only, the same one. With that jnanam, ekatva jnanena, brahma jnanena, such the knowledge or the perception of oneness, he cannot but see the Lord. Isha vasyam idagam sarvam yatkinja jagatyam jagati tena tyaktena bunjitaha magradakasya sudanam. There is only one. With that jnanam. So, jnana yajnena cha api anye yajantaha, striving, putting forth effort, mam upasate, they worship me. Now, in that, jnanam is possible as ekatvena. He gives qualification for ekatvena jnanena upasate. Ekameva advidiyam brahma iti jnatva upasate. Ekatvena. Param Brahma iti paramartha darshanena. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, today Shankara Jayanti, we should remember him more and more fondly. Without such acharyas, we would not have this knowledge opened up for us. You cannot just go on reading, but the knowledge gets revealed. That's why it is said, Yasya deve parabhaktihe yata teve tada guru tasyeta kaditahi artaha prakashante mahatmana. Yasya deve parabhaktihi, one who has devotion to the Lord as much if he has to Guru. Yasya deve parabhaktihi yata deve tada guru tasya, to such a person, kaditahi artaha, whatever is given in the Shastra, prakashante, they get revealed. So these Mahatmas who have taken a lot of effort to explain these things for the correct understanding of the scriptures, we must be always grateful. Vande Guru Paramparam, when we said that, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Sadashiva Samarambam, then Asmad Guru, one's own Guru. Up to that point, the whole Parampara, Shankaracharya has reinvigorated the whole system. Anyway, so here, ekatvena, that is what here he says, ekameva param brahma idi param adi, in this way, paramartha darshanena yajante upasate. Others, some of them, pritatvena. Pritatvena means as of different forms or different manifestation. Aditya, Chandra, Adi Bedena. The Bhagavan's creation is, of course, there as different from each other. But in all of them, He alone is shining. Even though appearances are many, but the essence is only one. But they worship Aditya as Chandra in different forms. They worship, and that's the beauty of Hinduism, is it not? Everything is worshipful. In Hinduism, we worship trees and plants and animals and snakes and wind and fire and air, water, mountains. So that's why people get confused, others. How are you worshipping everything? One person came to me in my ashram, so knocked at my door, I opened. And first thing that person asked, do you believe in Christ as God, messenger of God? So I looked at him. Yes, he also. He got very annoyed. He also means what? There are so many of them. No, no, he alone is. That's your problem. See, you go to a mall to buy a toothpaste. Which toothpaste you buy? If I ask this question to you, everyone has got a choice, right? One will say one brand, another will say another brand. So many people, different brands. But the purpose is the same, right? Huh? What is the purpose? Put it in the mouth and swallow it. No. Use it for cleaning. Whichever brand which you like, or maybe you like the flavor, or you like the taste, not taste, no? It's a flavor, or the smell, or the very color, or the foam that comes, whatever be. But the purpose is what at the end of the day? It is for cleaning your teeth. In the same way, it doesn't matter which form you worship. The purpose must be very clear. If you are fanatic about one form and start disliking another form, then there is a problem there. Then there is a fanaticism. Irrespective of whatever form it is, see, for example, if you say Krishna, I am a devotee of Krishna, then question is, which Krishna? Udupi Krishna? Guruvayur Krishna? Vrindavan Krishna? Which Krishna? Puri Krishna? Which one? So, when even that Krishna, there are so many forms. There will be Chota Vatu, like in Guruvayur, or in Udupi, or the one who is standing there with Radha in another point, possibly in Vrindavan, Gokul. So, even in that, there are so many. But one who says Krishna Bhakta, does he discriminate between those things? Krishna is Krishna at the end of the day. In the same way, furthermore elevation is what? Aditya bhi wohi hai. In the form of Yad Aditya Gatam Tejaha Jagad Bhasayate Kilam Yat Chandramasi Yatcha Agno Tad Tejaha Viddhi Mamakam. When he says that, what does it mean? The sun, what makes the sun bright? It is me. What makes the beautiful, delightful moonlight? That is me. What makes the whole thing burn fire? That is me. Then, so Pritatvena, as though different from each other. Some people worship Sayeva Bhagavan Vishnuhu Asti Iti Upasate. Surya Eva Bhagavan, Surya Narayana. Chandraha. All these are also Pritatvena. Or Bahuda. Kechit Bahuda Avastitaha. Sayeva Bhagavan. Sarvataha. Sarvamukaha. Vishwamukaha. Iti. Not only manifestation in the form of sun and the moon and etc., but they will worship everywhere. Bahuda Vishwato Mukam. Vishwataha means as the very form of the whole universe. Ultimately, everyone is worshipping me only. Vasudeva Sarvam Iti. So, Namasyantasya Mam Bhaktya does not mean only a particular form they worship. Every form, uniform. He alone is there.